Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to High Vibe Mornings, the one place on the internet where all we talk about is how to get happy right now in your personal life. And that's right, how to get happy in your personal life, not worrying about what's going on in the rest of the world. How to take that next step in your life so that you get those manifestations that you want and you are living the life that you want. You're enjoying it the way that you want. And then, of course, how to build a plan for how to get there so that you enjoy the journey towards getting towards your manifestation. Because what's the point of going on vacation if you are miserable the 3 months beforehand? So if you're coming live, say hello, let me know you're here. If you're watching the replay, just let me know you're watching the replay. It's way more fun for me when you guys are engaged. Looks like we've got Antoinette saying hi. What's up? Missed you yesterday. Or was it the day before? There was one day you weren't live. And so just to let everyone know, I Squish, you made it. What's up? I haven't seen you in a minute. And Concha made it. Yo, guys. Woo, we're having a high vibe morning. Um, so to I do this show Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, just so that we get those vibes high and we keep them going. We keep the momentum going. 4 out of 7 days. That's more than 50%, baby. We are well on our way. And I always start the show with a general channel message from Spirit. So that way, those of you who can't join live, you could still come back and hear a message in the beginning of the show that will help you. If you are able to join live, then I dive into free mini reads after that for about 30 minutes. After the 30-minute mark, that's when I do request and encourage super chat in the amount of $20 for a mini read that day. But you can always come back the next day. And last little announcement before we just get started is quantum leap. If you're ready for a quantum leap in your life, you are just ready to quantum leap into those high vibe states where you're waking up out of bed with that eagerness and that enthusiasm to enjoy life, and you have something that you're going after with enthusiasm. Come hang out with us. The links are in the bios and the descriptions and on YouTube. I just now dropped it in the live chat replay. If you're watching the replay and you want the link, just comment and I'll get it to you in the comments. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and see what Spirit's message is today. So, becoming you, becoming who you really are, being you, authenticity, all the different ways to say it. It's much more simple than you think. People are like, but how do I know what I really want? How do I know who I really am? How do I know if there's not a layer that's hiding beneath me? When it's much more simple than that, guys. It's what is it that you like? Yeah, I like strawberry ice cream. I love every Thursday after my yoga class. I love going and getting this strawberry ice cream and just sitting and enjoying the sun as I eat it and look out over everything. I love doing paint night with my daughter. It's super fun. And then you'll find that when you do something that you like, it will turn into something that you like later on down the road. If you keep up that once a month, once every other month paint night, you'll keep all the paintings and then it'll get to be too much, right? And then 2 years later, you'll go, let's go through these and you'll get to see the evolution of your guys' skill, of your guys' time together. Memories will come back about, oh my God, we were fighting about that day. We were doing this that day. And then you get to go through and go, well, let's pick the top three of each of ours that we like and hang those on the wall. It's trusting that the good feeling thing is going to lead you somewhere good. We do know that there's the nuances between, was I just manic? Was that my hormones? Was that my programming? I thought it was good in the moment. Sometimes there were wires that were crossed. Your yeses, your I like this lights me up, got wired to a, oh, I can't like that, or mom won't like me. Oh, I can't like that because dad will think I'm greedy and won't feed me. So there is a process of unwiring. But what if you just bring your focus to universe? I'm ready to become clear about what it is that I do like. I'm ready to become clear about the funnest way I could be spending my time. I'm ready to be super clear about the best way to start my morning. And it's about allowing yourself to be encouraged by people, influenced, but not the ultimate say. Kelly's guidance from us, maybe about a month ago, which she hasn't quite fully implemented yet, was go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, go on your walk. She's still trying to get that down. We can give you your guys' inspired action. Whether or not you take it right away, whether or not it takes you a month or two to get into that swing and routine of things, that's on you to take the action. That's the co creation. The human body has to take the action that the inner being spirit side of you gives you the nudge to do. So when she was at the gym yesterday, a Tuesday, she's supposed to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. When she was at the gym, one of the new friends she was making was just like, "Hey, so what, you coming tomorrow?" And Kelly was like, "No, I normally just come 3 days a week. Maybe I'd like to be able to go in 5 days a week," because she was choosing not to listen to her inspired action we gave her. And he piped up and was like, "You should come 5 days a week. It's a great way to start the day. You should come. I'll be looking for you tomorrow." And then Kelly kind of got quiet and went, "Wait, do I really want to go to the gym 5 days a week to start my morning? Maybe I could do cardio the other days. I could do the step master. I could do hit." And then this morning she was like, "You know what? Let me just go try that walk that I haven't done in like half a year. Let me just see how I like it." Oh, she bumped into new people. She got pets from dogs. She bumped into an old friend and it was like, "Oh, we need to get coffee soon." And Kelly was like, "Yes, we do." And Kelly went, "Ah, I see why my inner guidance gave me the go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday, go on that walk Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You got two sources of companionship and friendship." So many of you just aren't allowing yourself to take that fun step towards what it is you like. Kelly wasn't taking the action to go on that hike. So it's about being willing to identify this is something that feels good to me and soft. I softly, it creates a glow in my chest. Anything like an obsession, like a, oh my God, I have to have this so I can feel good. No, that's ego, that's wires crisscrossed. When it's a soft glow, can you allow yourself to feel that and let it grow and take the action to do it? That's what we want to help all of you with today. And that's going to be a lot of what Quantum Leap is about. They're saying, Brandon made it. What's up, Brandon? Squish, how are you? How is everyone? What y'all doing? What y'all think of that general from Spirit? I like how they called me out. God, I did my walk this morning. Yes, I def feel the taking inspired action on fun flow. Are you being, I know you're in the process of moving right now. Are they giving you like inspired action for fun things to do that aren't like move related? Love the message. Been trying to shake up my routines lately. Yeah, Brandon, there's something there for you. Tell me more. And Squish, how are your fairs and stuff going? It does feel like your routines need a shake up, Brandon. What's that? Here, let me get all my cards shuffled. Ooh, and I'm hearing from Spirit, I don't need to shuffle them. Your messages don't need to come from those cards. Ideas on things, getting excited about settling in. Definitely won't spend as much time in the gym. Really? Yeah, I get that house is beautiful. I would be spending time there too, and I'd be having people over there, and I'd be, do I want to go to the gym and hang out, or do I want to have a one-on-one client at this time? Um, Dude, it's interesting. Like a kind of image I'm getting for you right now, Concha, is that you're really gonna like having clients over and being able to offer them like I'm seeing like not an extended lunch, but like a yoga session and a lunch, enjoying it. Kind of like a yoga, let's move your energy, and then like just a little bit of talking. Not with all your clients, with some, It's kind of like a little bit of an upgraded package. Well, hey, like we can do a regular yoga session if you want to come in, come out, get your body feeling good, your energy aligned. Or I got a little bit of a, like a VIP service. You come, we do some yoga, and then I make you a tasty lunch afterwards. And that way we can help you talk and sort anything out that might need sorted. And they're saying it's just like an upgraded option. Hmm. Love them. Da, da, da. Walking around in there, nature preserves all around me. Oh, nice. I can't wait to get back out there. Yes, yoga and a smoothie is what I'm thinking. Great idea. I'm kind of seeing a salad, Concha. It might be smoothie. It might be because a smoothie wouldn't quite be the upgraded package I'm seeing. It's kind of like just an extra $50. I'm like, yeah, an extra $50. We have lunch on the patio, and that way we could talk about things if there's anything you need to get off your chest, or you maybe need a little spiritual insight on, however you want to word it. Yeah, because like the smoothie wouldn't quite be enough to justify it, but if it was like a salad, I don't know. That's what I'm just seeing in my head. Um, okay, let me focus on Brandon though, because Brandon, there's some energy there that we can move. Squish is saying, "I'm okay, feeling lethargic and kind of stuck inside myself." Oh, well, good. I'm glad. I mean, I'm not. I'm glad you're here because this show is all about getting you like unstuck, right? Um, okay. Sorry you're feeling that way, but yeah, good you're here. Okay, so Brandon, let's go, Brandon. Taking different routes to work or going to bed at new times. Okay. Do you just want me to kind of like do a general fill into it, or is there like a specific area of your life that you're like, I need some movement here? There is something about your routine, like you're stuck in a rut, you're not seeing the way out. I can't leave because who am I to leave them? Who am I to leave them without someone to protect them? And what like you need to start and like what you need to see is that they're competent and capable. You need to see that they're oh, okay. Ooh, Brandon, talk to us. We wish we were on a phone call with you. There's a little bit of over responsibility, and if you just wants to come in with one sentence, because we're going to open Kelly's eyes again and let her see what you're saying. It's a you need to start seeing people as competent. They're competent. They can figure it out. They've got a solution to this. They can figure out a different way other than me. The only change in shackles are the ones that you're putting on yourself. This is interesting. I feel like a kid in the back of class, like, why am I getting called on? um, oh man, I don't know. I have no witty comment for that. Well, you're just the one that's big getting put in the hot seat. You're stuck in a little bit of a rut, right? Look, Squish was just like, I'm feeling lethargic and kind of stuck inside myself. So, like, you're helping them move too, you know? Um, I'm not seeing any comments from Antoinette. And Concha, I'm going to come back to Concha because I feel some energy there for Concha that's ready to move too. Squish, I'm feeling rest and fear in her energy. Hey, Miss Priscilla, good morning. Welcome to High Vibe Mornings. Every Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. So come hang out. I resonate with the message. I'm helping my family move to a new building. So I just have a few different responsibilities pulling on me recently. Okay. I feel like there's another sentence you want to say before. Karen, what's up? How are you? I forgot the last read you got. What was it? I know it was last week. I don't remember what it was. Happy to be here. Well, welcome, Priscilla. Yeah, did you hear about the show from one of my zodiac videos? You have a very calming voice. Oh, wow, wonderful. Great. I'm glad it's calming to you. And we're just waiting on Brandon's next sentence before I get back to I about you a while ago, just never caught alive. Oh, well, welcome. I like your username too, by the way. How are you, Karen? Spring break. Where's Min? All right, Brendan, do you have another sentence or no? Because if you don't, I'll just go. Well, what else was I supposed to say? Oh, it just felt like there's something else in there. There's something in your chest to get off, dude. There's something in there that needs to get out. Okay, spirit. So Brandon said, I resonate with the message. I'm helping my family move to a new building. So I just have a few different responsibilities pulling on me recently. Okay, what else do you have to say to Brent? Do you want me to pull tarot cards? Do you want to talk to him? They're saying tarot would be better. There's something in your chest that needs to like break free. Well, you definitely want a lot of peace right now. How you're like just however things go. Well, Brandon, it kind of looks like you're choosing to stay where you're at and, like, make peace with your decision to, like, stay there, and you're, like, trying to line up with the decision to be there, and it's like, "Okay, how can I be as happy as I am while here?" Um, but you're utterly ignoring, like, the call of your heart. And it looks like there's a fear, like it's the unknown, and, like, whenever you go into, like, the unknown, you're doing something new, it has that bit of exhilaration, that excitement, like, "Ooh, I'm off to college," but then there's, "Oh my god, are my roommates gonna like me? Am I gonna do good?" So there is that fear in there. So there is something that you wanna do that, like, when you think of it, because a little bit of maybe anxiety, just maybe something low vibe comes up, you're like, "The timing must not be right." But the unknown always has that. Law of attraction, there's 6 steps. Step 1, you do the ask. Step 2, you let the universe align things. Step 3, you receive either the end thing that you want, the date with the guy, or the next step, which is where you feel like, "Oh, I am an attractive partner. Hey, I am a good partner. People would like me and want me. Oh, I flirted with the guy at the gym. Oh, now I got my date." So you either receive the next step or you receive the end goal. Step 4 is when you're so good at receiving that life is like ask, receive, the synchronistic flow. Step 5 is what do you do when you feel vibrational contrast? It's like that vibrational contrast that, like, knocks you on your feet, where you cry, where you're like it's like just the contrast that pinches you off. How do you navigate the low vibe emotions so that you get right back into step 1 with the clarity and then right back to step 3 of receiving the next step? Step 6 is where you, like, just embrace the fact that all manifestations have contrast with them. And I was thinking of making a YouTube video about this, explaining the difference about, are you manifesting from contrast? Are you manifesting from expansion? If you're willing to manifest with contrast, that means you are going to get the bad feeling things. I talk about the next step, the next step, the next step. If you want the husband, that's when you will manifest that, like, F boy or that party girl. And because you're learning your lessons, the expansion, you're getting your expansion in life, learning the lessons, but you're learning it through contrast, which is the we could work if she would just, we could work if he would just, instead of just switching over to moving and living life with expansion. Because with expansion, there's always going to be contrast and expansion. So you don't need to add more contrast in there, right? Like upcoming, I just told my uncle that I would be the master of ceremonies at the upcoming funeral. I didn't realize everything I was agreeing to. I thought I was just going to be the usher, welcoming people in and keeping things on a time flow. He was like, "Wonderful. I thought you'd be good at it. I'm so glad you did it. By the way, your biggest job is when it's time for people to come up and give their speeches and talk about her. If someone breaks down and starts crying, it's your job to step up to the podium and have a quote ready to talk about, have a story ready to talk about." I was like, "What?" So, can you see how in that, Brandon, that's expansion. In that expansion, there's going to be contrast. There's going to be those feelings of like, what? Who am I to do all that? Oh my God, where am I going to find stories from? Where am I going to find these quotes from? there's natural contrast in the expansion of like stepping into that next level of life, that next level of adulthood, that next level of responsibility, that next level of, oh, if this thing goes well or not, if people think it was a good, it's kind of on me now. Like, okay, universe, guide me to the quotes, guide me. Maybe it's a Bible verse, maybe it's a quote from Abraham Hicks. Like, guide me, make it good. There's growth in that. Okay. So just because I'm feeling wibbly wobbly about becoming that master of ceremonies doesn't mean it's a no. And so, like right now, what's going on, Brandon, is there's a little bit of that inkling in your heart, that thing you want to do, because you're feeling the expansion type contrast. You're going, it must not be in alignment yet, because if it's in alignment, it would just be purely happy, happy, joy, joy. And how that works, it's you allow both to be present, the contrast and the good vibes. And then you just ask, like, universe, help me soothe this as best as I can. And I'm going to choose to focus on this more. I'm never going to feel good about moving away from my family. I'm never gonna feel good about that. That's just never gonna be something that feels good. Okay, maybe I could call some cousins to see if mom can call them when they need something heavy moved. Maybe I could find a moving company, two guys in a truck, figure out what their minimum is. Maybe I can find a handyman before I leave. So that's you. Here's the contrast. And that's you going, well, here's how I can soothe it as best as I can. I've done the best I can to make that better. Now I'm going to choose to focus on this, right? Because it looks like you got the veil card, which is that total transformation card from the inside out. Like you're preventing that next level of you of coming out. Oh, and now the spirit guides want to come in. And Brandon, what we're gonna say is we think you could see how it will require a new version of Kelly to come out to be the master of ceremonies. She's never been to any of her family's previous funerals, celebrations of life. She's just always avoided them. This is her first one she's going to. Her having to find the quotes, it's going to require her to be a little more serious. It's going to require her to be available to so many people there for the emotions. That's going to be a more professional her that comes out after that, which will only help her career. That will help her break out of her shell to start doing live events, which she really wants to do. You're not allowing your growth to become the new you. You're not yet ready to see them as competent and capable on their own. We're not saying don't help them at all. We're just saying right now there's a little bit of micromanaging of their emotions, and that not micromanaging, there's a little bit of thinking you need to be the one to solve the problem, to take the action to solve the problem, plan the strategy, take the action to do it, and then manage their emotions, and then call to check in. Like, it's recognizing that when they get time to figure out, how do we say this to you? Okay, Brandon, I know what they're trying to say. It's kind of like if you're trying to do the strategy for here's what they need to do, and then be the one to, do the action to get it done, and then help them with their emotions. Like, they might be better suited having their emotions like soothed by a girlfriend. Does that make sense? And Karen's still alive. I feel like I'm becoming a new version of myself. Yeah, that's what this is gonna be. So just don't ignore whatever this thing is that you want to do, because it is gonna require, like, it is growth, Brandon. Um, okay. Do you have anything else to? There's more here for us to work on. If you have anything else to say, go ahead and say it. Spirit, you got anything for Brandon? No, no, no. He just needs to see how him becoming the new version of himself is a really good, beautiful thing. There's going to be, when you guys grow from A to B, there's going to be things that B doesn't have time to do that A used to have time to do. So there's going to be actions that you can no longer take and do. There's going to be new actions that you have to do. And it's There's always going to be elements of a previous chapter of your life that you liked and that can't come with you. Life was more simple back then. I really did like this and that. I like that I had more time to spend with my daughter. Now I feel kind of rushed just to get dinner and that, but it is nice to have the money to send her to the private school. It's embracing that contrast, Brandon, and they're asking, do you see? And guys, don't forget, Quantum Leap is coming up. If you need help with stepping into that new version of you and you want to like have that eagerness and that enthusiasm for life, come hang out in Quantum Leap. It Facebook, that link is in the description. Instagram, that link's in the bio. I guess YouTube, I should probably link to that again for you. I feel this pertains to me as well somehow, but can't put my finger on it. Yeah, it absolutely pertains to you, Concha. You're becoming a new you, being taken more seriously. Um, I now host retreats at my own home. And taking yourself seriously as a businesswoman, absolutely, this pertains to you too. There are going to be elements that you miss about your last chapter, like always. But can you lean into the what you now get to do? You know. Hello, hey, Chandler made it. Well, I'm kind of focusing on Brandon right now in this exact moment. I'm working on accepting others for who they are and shedding what's long needed for the next level. Yeah, hi. Oh, you didn't get welcome for being a new subscriber. Sorry I didn't get one, but I do it Monday through Thursday. We are kind of at the tail end of it, and there were a couple other people here at the beginning. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to you today or not. You can always drop the super chat for $20, which guarantees you one that day. But tomorrow's Thursday. You could also come hang out tomorrow too. Okay, I'm working on accepting others for who they are and shedding what's no longer needed for the next level. Okay, there's something in there. Okay, well, I'm going to take the easier one first. Shedding, I'm focused on shedding what is no longer needed for the next level. That's looking at the loss and trying to shed it. I'm trying to shed it. I'm trying to let go of this pattern. I'm trying to let go of this habit. I'm trying to quit smoking. I'm trying to quit smoking. I'm trying not to buy a pack of cigarettes. Guess what? You're going to buy that pack of cigarettes, you know? Instead, it's like what are other things I could be doing with my time? If I once I quit smoking cigarettes, what will I fiddle with in my hands? Okay, I might do this rock, I might do this fidget spinner. There's this puzzle thing I could play with. Let me see which one works for me. Does that make sense, Brandon? What are some of the new behaviors that I have to adopt? There is the, oh, here's what I have to shed, right? You know, like I had a moment maybe about a month ago where I realized on day one of like, all right, uncle, I'm going to get my business thriving and popping again. Day one, I was like, oh my God, I just kind of realized I can't space out as much as I used to. I used to like the first hour or two of a day, I would space out. And then it is a, okay, I have to stop doing that. And it's like, okay, because if I stopped doing that, what would I be doing? I was like, well, I'd probably be more productive in the morning. I'd probably be like going to the gym or getting a walk. I would definitely be eating breakfast before I do my high vibe show. I would, and if you guys have noticed, my appearance has gone up dramatically since about a month ago. You know, a month ago, I was like sometimes barely making it to the show. It's like, well, I'd probably have more time to like play with a little bit of makeup because I do kind of like doing that. I'd be able to play with different scarves. I'd be able to play with different jewelry. Then there was one day where I gave myself like 15 minutes to do that. And I was like, well, that wasn't enough time. I kind of like having the fun of, oh, what does this necklace look like? What does this one look like? What does this necklace look like with this scarf? Which scarf do I want today? Um, it's those, yeah. So it's like you do have to become aware what you need to drop, but you quickly need to move into what new behaviors am I doing? And so from there, I was like, okay, if I'm someone who's working like 9 to 2, 9 to 5, um, it means that I'm turning down social invites during the day. So when I got my first one, she's like, "What are you doing 9 to 11 next Thursday?" I was like, "Nope, I work 9 to 4. I work. You get me evenings and weekends." And then it was a person who works 9 to 4. I also that means I heavily socialize in the evenings and the weekends. So I've been like packing those full. And what I'm finding is like as I'm doing more social activities in the evenings and on the weekends, I have my love bucket full so that during the week I can work more. Okay, so yeah, so you're embracing new behaviors. I like that. I'm working on accepting others for who they are and shedding wisdom. Okay, When there's a embracing someone for who there tends to be a I'm going to embrace them for who they are. Like those unloving parts of them, I'm learning how to accept those unloving parts of them. Or those behaviors and characteristics that they do that hurt me. I'm just learning to accept that that's who they are. Okay. Gosh, Brandon, I wish we were on a phone call. It's allowing the most loving version of yourself to come out and recognizing that love is a verb. My definition of love is to choose to focus on someone with positive intent. So if you have like an older family member who like is temper tantruming and like always throwing fits, when I come across people like that, I'm like, oh, we have a 3-year old in the body of a 30-year old, a 3-year old in the body of a 50-year old. So I do my best to like love on them as much as I can as if they were a 3-year old. So that's not I accept that they're saying mean things that hurt me. That's a this is where this person's at in life and this is the type of relationship I can have with them if I choose to focus on them with positive intent. And then here's the key step, Brandon. It's recognizing that like I actually just feel really sad and disappointed that they can't meet many of my social needs. And it's about not putting your social needs in people's hands who can't meet them. That's what's going to take you away from the contrast to the expansion. So whenever I'm around like difficult people, um, I do kind of plan like, okay, so who's the person that I can call after that phone call with them in case I need to be loved on, in case I need validation. Does that make sense, Brandon? It's coming to acceptance. I'm never going to have the kind of relationship that I would like to have with this person. I do accept them for exactly where they're at, and I want to connect with them as lovingly as I can. And I have these needs of mine that I'm just extremely sad and extremely disappointed will never get met with them. And when I did that with my family, it was like, I'm actually just really, really sad. If I had this kind of relationship with, with my parents or with these cousins, I think I would be having more family vacations, just as more of camp vacations where it's like, yeah, of course we're sharing a house, of course we're sharing a room, and it's where like they bring their favorite recipes and I bring my favorite recipes, and I allowed myself to have that grief process. Then new people came in pretty rapidly. They're like, "Hey, Kelly, like you mentioned going to like Latvia. Like, are you still going? Because I'd want to go with you. I know you wouldn't go by yourself, and I know if that like thing ends up not happening, that you're not going to go, but I'd go with you." And then someone else was like, "Kelly, most of my family's passed too. I need someone who also wants I need family vacations." Yeah, okay, so does that mean let me see that welcome back channel. Yeah, welcome back. Concha, thanks for welcoming them all in. Um, yes, makes total sense. I'm grateful for all the sources of love that I have coming into my life. Yeah. Okay. Spirit, is there any more? If anyone else would like a mini read today, now would be a great time to smash the super chat button. If you want PayPal instead, let me get that link for you really quick and just tell me, hey, I'm going to PayPal you. I'm going to focus on Brandon for a tiny bit more, and that is going to be if there's no super chats, that will be the wrap up of today's show. But thank you for everyone who's tuning in. I do this Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Free mini reads are just answering spiritual questions. The first 30 minutes is always free. After that, that's when I do request and encourage super chat in the amount of $20 if you want your mini read done that day. But I do it Monday through Thursday, so you could always come back. Um, for you, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but 13 for you is you're headed in the right direction. You need to start taking the action though. Roxy made it. Oh my god. But Krupala, it's the one means you're in the right direction. Keep going. Encouragement, synchronicity. The 3 for you is take action. Like take action. It's time to start taking like massive action for what it is you want. Um, Roxy, so good to see you. So good to see you. Sorry, I took up the mini read, everyone. I literally just came to say hi. No, Brandon, don't worry. Some shows, most of the time, there's like one or two people who do it. But like you saw Concha's comment earlier, like this is really helping me. Um, so it's always a synchronistic workshop. The person in the hot seat is always helping everyone else expand. So if anything, like thanks for being willing to like guide and steer the conversation. Um, okay. So is there anything more for Brandon? There's something tiny. I'm grateful for all the sources of love that I have coming into my life. Okay, so Brandon, there is a difference between being in this rapturous appreciation of life and this here's what I have. I'm going to choose to focus on it and I'm going to choose to appreciate it. Both are good spots to be in compared to out of alignment, right? But there's the I'm going to make do versus I'm going to embrace that life can feel rapturous and joyous. And I'm now committed. What was that? What was that journaling, Brandon? I'm now committed to living life in outrageous joy. It's when you do that work, instead of just, I did it 10 times, I did it, I did it, I did it. Can it be a, when I sit down to do this affirmation journaling I'm doing it to open up and expand so that I can begin to feel differently about this topic. I'm willing to allow myself to emotionally be moved and feel that expansion when you do it. Because it's not about how many times you do it, it's about when you do it, do you feel the movement in your body? I am committed to and open to beginning to feel outrageous joy. I am committed to beginning to allow myself to feel those rapturous bursts of laughter and joy, those moments where you are just giggle fit laughing so much because you enjoy life so much. I'm ready to experience that. And that, oh, Brandon, do you see how that's what you want? That's what your heart, what Kelly's picking up on. Your heart is ready to have those random bursts of laughter because there's just so much glee around you. You have a lot of responsibility that you carry, and you're really good at doing the positive focus to keep that as high vibe as you can. But if you would let yourself expand, we're gonna say it, and maybe consider moving. Maybe it's gonna get you to that rapturous joy where when you look around, everything around you is just you appreciate it, so it naturally brings you joy. Versus that what Kelly picked up on saying making do, it's not making do because we get that you got a good situation going on, but it's a I'm doing the work to positively focus on this and view it in the highest way possible versus living a life that's so dang good that when you naturally look outside, you're in a good mood because the view's so beautiful. It's having that friend that it's so fun, it's so good that you don't have to sit there and write the here's what I like about this friendship. Here's what I really liked about our last time hanging out. You're not going to have to do that like every single time to be high vibe about the person. The person naturally evokes a hey, you're here. It's that rapturous joy instead of that prescribed, disciplined responsibility joy. We're just trying to get you open to that. We're not saying go 100% to that and don't do this. We're just trying to open you up so you can experience the difference, so you get a greater balance in your life. And they're asking, do you understand? Do you see and do you understand? Roxy, it's so good to see your name. I'm just going to say it again. And everyone new, thanks for showing up. Chanley, Priscilla, Kripala, thank you for your questions. I love seeing the new people here. I do this show Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. It kind of based on the viewership, I guess I should do it 11:30 to 12, but for now it's going to be 11 to 11:30. Um, so feel free to come back tomorrow. I'm not seeing any super chats. I will let you guys know that if you are ready for a quantum leap in life, my mastermind starts April 24th. I just dropped the link for it in there. I'd love to have you guys in there. It's an 8-week total immersive program. You're going to get a WhatsApp group so you can chat with your fellow masterminders, get that good companionship and friendship and cheering and rooting on from them. You're going to get me guiding you over the 8 weeks so that you are waking up eager and enthusiastic for life, so that you're enjoying life in that rapturous joy, outrageous joy way. Come hang out then. Let me know if you have any questions for it. But lots of love to you all. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to Instagram. I'm going to say bye to Facebook. And yeah, any last little comments on YouTube. I kind of just want to like say bye and connect with you guys a little bit longer. Brandon's saying, I understand that sounds sweet. Good. I'm curious what's going to come up for you, Brandon. Open it up to both of those. All right, I'm not seeing any last comments. Feel free to email me, Kelly at kellylunt.com. You can see how it's spelled. If you got any questions about the mastermind, we'd love to have you guys there. Have a good day, guys. Bye.